all the All-Americans, if I could have you guys front and center, please, because this is really about you. This day's about you. First, I want to share a message with you guys, but before I do that, to these young men, congratulations, an All-American. It's quite an honor, okay? Let's give them a round of applause, if we will. My name is Stephen Cole. This past year, I was an assistant coach at the University of Alabama. Prior to that, I played there at the university for 2 years. But that was always my dream, to play and coach at the University of Alabama. However, there was a time when I didn't think that was going to happen. Okay? Coming out of high school, I was highly recruited, but I didn't get the chance to go play for a powerhouse SEC school. I got recruited by junior colleges, some mid-major D1s, and I had a vision. There was something I always wanted to do. I wanted to coach and play at the University of Alabama. I didn't feel that going to any of those schools, not that I couldn't have gotten there by going to those schools, but I didn't feel like at the time, I felt that I put too much work and I had a plan, and to see all that not come to fruition, I couldn't do that. So what I did, I went to junior college. I went to junior college for 2 years, okay? During that time, it was tough. There was trials, there was tribulations that I went through. I didn't do good one year. Second year I came back, I had a decision to make. I can either come back for my second year, or I can quit. I came to a crossroads. I decided to come back, and thankfully I did, because if I hadn't come back, I wouldn't be standing here today talking to you guys, okay? But we're not here because of my story. There were 2 guiding principles that got me through that time and helped me be where I am today. The first thing, I tell this all the time, your game, okay, is like a bank account. What happens when you put money into the bank? You guys know? You know. What happens when you put money into the bank? It grows. You accumulate more money, right, with interest. Your account grows. Just as you put more money into the bank and your bank account grows, the more time you put into your game, what happens? Guess. The better you get. The better you get. Okay? Now, there's 24 hours in a day, right? How many hours do they say you sleep? 8. 8 hours you sleep. How many hours would you say you go to school? 7. Who said 7? 7. Okay, how many is that? 8 and 7. You sleep for 8, go to school for 7. It's 15. You eat. How many do you think you eat for? Total. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And forever else, there might be some guys that like to eat like myself. You might have a 4th or a 5th meal. Maybe a little late night snack, right? Let's say 3 hours, okay? Sometimes I like to maybe get some cookies and some extra stuff when mom's not looking or whoever's not looking, and sneak that and eat, maybe have a little conversation with dad, whoever it might be, okay? So you've got 8 hours in which you go to school, 8 hours in which you sleep, 7 in which you go to school, and 3 in which you eat, okay? That leaves you with how many hours left in the day? 6. Those 6 hours, that's the difference, okay? That's the difference between good, great, great, and special. In those 6 hours, that's going to determine the type of person that you're going to be, the type of player that you're going to be. In 6 hours, okay? In 6 hours. What are you going to do in those 6 hours, okay? My second guiding principle, okay? Everyone thinks that you have to win on the field, right? You win on the field first, and then everything else falls into place. False. Before you can win on the field, you have to win in your mind. Okay? And what do I mean by that? Okay? We got some takers. What you got?
You have to be mentally ready.
Mentally ready. Anyone else?
Think with positive attitude.
Positive attitude.
Educated.
Educated. All good. Okay. What you got? What?
Good sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship. All of those things. Great answers. They really are. And it's a combination of all of those things. Okay? But what I like to think about it is, just like you guys said, it's education. It's sportsmanship. It's hard work. It's a good attitude. It's a competitive spirit. All those things. Okay? But you win in your mind before you can ever win on the field. And by that I mean you have to have a vision. and someone talked about being educated. Everyone now knows Derek Jeter. You guys know Derek Jeter, okay? What position did he play? Yeah, that's right. Let me tell you this. He got drafted out of Kalamazoo High School in Michigan. Any of you guys from Michigan? Kalamazoo High School. Derek Jeter. Yeah. Okay. You guys know how many errors he made after his first minor league season? 50 plus. 50 plus errors, I think. Okay. And after that short season that he had, after getting drafted in the minor leagues, you know what the Yankee system told him? The Yankee organization told him? They said, you can't be a shortstop. You're going to be a second baseman. Now, if any of you guys, Michigan people here, you probably know Derek Jeter's story. When he was 6 years old, he said, I'm going to be the starting shortstop for the New York Yankees. It wasn't that I'm going to play for the Yankees, it was that I'm going to be the starting shortstop for the New York Yankees. And yet, after that first minor league season, he's having people tell him, you can't play short anymore. You're going to have to move to second base. And you know what he did? That offseason, he went down to Florida, and he fielded ground balls starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. Can't see until can't see. He worked from when you can't see in the morning until when you can't see at night. That's how long he worked. Just fielding ground balls after ground balls after ground balls. Okay? And I say all those things because he had a vision. He knew what he wanted to be, and he wouldn't settle for anything less. So you guys are here today. You guys are all Americans, okay? You guys have knocked down the door to being a great player. But what's next? What about when you're 14? What about when you're in high school? What about when you're in college? For some of you guys, professional baseball. What's your vision? My vision, I'll share with you my vision. My vision was never to play professional baseball. We all wish we could do that, but my vision, I told you, I wanted to coach, and I wanted to play at the University of Alabama. Since then, I've used playing and coaching in Alabama as a springboard to now a career. I'll be attending law school, and that's something I want to do now. I might get into coaching, but I have a vision for myself now. I'm going to get my law degree, and then who knows what's happened. But I've challenged myself physically for however many years playing baseball, and now I want to challenge my mind. Okay? So I'll leave you guys with this. You have to have a vision, and it can't just be, I want to do something. It's not, I just want to do something. Can you really visualize it? You want to play for, I don't know, what college do you want to go to? Not to put you on the spot or anything.
Baylor.
You want to go to Baylor, TCU. Some of these teams that are playing the College World Series, Vanderbilt. But can you see it? Can you see what uniform you're wearing? Can you feel what the cleats are like? All those things. It all matters. It all matters. Everything matters. Okay? That's really what I want to impart in you guys before leaving. But before we leave, enjoy this weekend. Okay? It's going to be a blast. Enjoy it. Talk to the coaches. Have a good time. But before we leave, I want everyone here to do this. Okay? There's a lot of people that have made this happen. This is a personal award. TBS All-American. It's a personal award. But you know, it's more than that. You see all these people here with you today? This means just as much to them as it does to you. Why? Because they've made this happen. They've made this happen. So, to your mother, who's a taxi driver, who never asked for a fare, a waitress that never asked for a tip, those women you can't do enough for them. But after this, as soon as we're done, every single one of you, because I'm going to be watching, okay, you go up to them, you give them a hug, and you tell them you love them. Okay? To your father, you look them in the eye, give them a firm handshake or a hug, and tell them you love them. That's what you do. Because they've made this happen. They've made this possible for you guys. Okay? And like I've said before, enjoy this. But also, what? What am I going to tell you? Yeah, have fun. That's one thing. Definitely have fun. Enjoy this. Be in the moment. Have a vision. Know what you guys want to do. All right? I wasn't that far away. I'm not that far away removed from you guys. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I played on a team that was terrible. We couldn't, first travel ball team from where I'm from, my hometown. We were terrible. I'm talking like you never won a game. Never won a game. But you know what? From that team, this is funny, from that team, there were 2 first rounders, 2 guys that were first rounders, 2 other guys that went to the draft, and then 2 or 3 other guys that went and played college baseball. And yeah, we couldn't win a game. But I'll meet up with them and I'll talk with them. What was it? And they always say, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do, and no one was going to stop me. The opinion that you have of yourself and the faith that you have in yourself has to be greater than the opinion of others. Okay? Now, little quiz. What are you guys going to do now? So we're done. Give your parents a hug. Tell them you love them. All right? Thank you, guys.